Peace, this is Mo from Clever Chrono, and today I'm going to share some of what I've learned around insuring your watches. So I'm not an insurance agent or master of how insurance works, but I figured it could be helpful to some of you who are new to watch collecting and may not have explored insurance options to hear about some of the process that I went through to get my watches insured. So we've all seen in the past couple years how watch theft and burglary has grown all over the world. So based on all of the news reports and social media, it appears that the biggest hotspots for watch crime are in Europe, between London, Paris, and Spain, with Barcelona and Madrid. But stateside, LA is definitely the most notorious place for watch crime, and we're also seeing increased reports in NYC as well. So one might wonder if we're only seeing all of this crime because there are more cameras out, or if there is an actual increase in watch crime. And there have been several reports that back it up with data that watch specific theft and burglary is up a disproportionate and exponential amount compared to previous years. Now, if your watch costs over a certain dollar amount, you're probably going to have to get your watch appraised before an insurance company will insure your watch. In my instance, my insurance company's limit was $5,000. Any purchase that I make that's $5,000 or more, I have to get it appraised before they cover the watch. So when I was doing my research on places to get insurance for my watches, the number one most recommended place was Chubb, C-H-U-B-B, and Hodinkee, which has a very popular insurance program, or at least they've been promoting it a lot. Their insurance program is hosted in partnership with Chubb. When filling out your application for insurance of your watches or jewelry, they're going to ask a lot of questions. They want to know how secure your home currently is. So they want to know, do you live in a gated community? Do you have an alarm system? Do you have a safe or a storage box? Do you keep your watches at your home or off-site? There are all of these things that they want to know that will help to determine whether or not you are a good risk for them as an insurance agency. So I'm a homeowner, and after doing some research, I learned that I could actually get my watches added to my homeowner's insurance for an additional fee. I learned that in order to have my watches covered under my homeowner's insurance, I had to take out what's called a rider under my homeowner's insurance. And in order to do that, I just had to go and take my watch to get it appraised. And then at the appraisal, they determine what the cost would be to replace the watch. So not just what I purchased it at, but the actual fair market value of the watch. And once that's determined, I had to deliver that to my insurance agent, and then they add the value of the watch to that overall insurance plan for my home. Now, for my first watch, it was a very minimal addition. I think it was like $30 or $40 a month, just to give you a sense of how inexpensive insuring your watches actually ultimately can be. One tip I'd like to give is when you know you're going to make a big purchase of a watch that isn't already covered under your homeowner's protection, or if you're not a homeowner and you just want to get your watch insured and you know you're going to make a big purchase, if that jeweler or watch dealer that you're purchasing from won't give you a certificate of appraisal there, set up an appointment in advance with someone who will give you an appraisal so that you can purchase the watch, take the watch to that appraiser within a very short period of time after purchase, and then that way you can get it insured ASAP. You don't want to let too much time lapse between your purchasing a watch and getting it insured, because you never know what'll happen. You know, there's all sorts of horror stories out there, and the one that's top of mind for me is Britt Pierce, aka Watch Gringa, and her situation with her FP Journ. That's an example of how fast things can go wrong. They didn't even have a chance to get their watch home, much less to get it to an appraiser before it came up missing. And when you look at the type of piece unique watches that FP Journ makes, it's not only a financial hit, it's an emotional and psychological hit, because you know how hard it'll be to get another watch like that without having that money on hand that you get from an insurance policy. So I definitely recommend, for your peace of mind and your safety and security, to make sure that you get your watches insured. Whichever route you decide to take, it's just going to be better for you in the long run.